Back in September, the Colts lost a blowout in their first matchup against the Black Knights. Can London finish the sweep? Find out next on Madden NFL 22.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at the Londoners as they get ready here. They've been cooking these last couple months, winners of 7 of their last 8 games.
And if you extrapolate that out to a full season, they'd be 14-2. And anyone in the NFL today would sign up for that.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game, there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped it to 14. So now the Colts backed up to start their initial drive. As we get a peek at the number 2 overall pick from the 2016 draft, standing at 6'5", Carson Wentz.
Well, his ratio was good last week. Most quarterbacks are really excited about a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's flipped in the wrong direction. He threw 3 interceptions, not touchdown passes, and he only had the 1 TD pass in that game. So he's trying to turn that around and find a way for his team to win.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. 5 yards on the game's first play. Second down. Now Wentz. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A look at the numbers for Mack from last week. 12 carries, 52 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
They sure did, and the key number to me was total offense allowed, which was barely over 100 yards. That's a heck of a sign that this defense is really putting all the pieces together and doing it cohesively.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. This will be incomplete. Oh, a dream chance for a D lineman, but he couldn't pull that one in. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll look to throw. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the sign judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 8 carries, 75 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw, eluding the pressure right. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That caught by Manhertz. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. Now a play fake here on first down. On the move to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. And now who's got it? The defense does. They recover in the end zone. So this will go as a touchback. And, boy, you talk about going from jubilation to heartbreak, as that's a big turnover. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, Wentz. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And incomplete on the deep ball.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run the draw play with Mack, and they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Wentz. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There's Manhertz, the tight end. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He'll get only a couple down to the 44. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. These two teams, you might recall, met up back in September in Week 3. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. They go play action here on first down. The 20. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here?
And it's caught. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault. Touchdown number 15 of the year. As his guys are on the board first here tonight. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that makes the score 7-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. To try again after the sack. Wentz got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Now Wentz on third down. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Jack Fox now as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this one is incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some good-looking matchups on your screen there. One of the best? Yeah, I'll say it. It's in Cleveland. A big test there for the Browns as they'll square off against the visiting Houston Texans. The late afternoon games hold some intrigue as well. A good one being up at MetLife Stadium, where it'll be the Jets taking on the Chicago Bears. And lastly, we'll be tuned in on Sunday night for what should be an entertaining one between the Las Vegas Raiders and the LA Chargers. On now to a look at the next-gen stats for the Colts in that first half. And I can imagine the halftime discussions are about how can we improve the running game. They have not had success so far, and it's reflected on the scoreboard. Meanwhile, on the other side, you get a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And whatever they've done, it's worked, as they have the lead through 2 quarters of play. Both teams making their final adjustments. We're closing in on the second half. And for the call, let's get you back over to London, where we rejoin Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point.
As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, it's Ep.10.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
They'll run with Etienne and trying to shake free, but Etienne cannot. The defense will stop him short.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a fourth down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and run for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. Now a look at...
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Get ready, get ready. After reviewing the play, ruling on the field stands.
So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. Give him a couple on the run there. It'll be 2nd and 13. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And a short gain down to about the 33.
That's it, baby.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Not the time, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
London about set to take over on offense. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objection.
Let's go, baby.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Here's a give to Ep.10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. On play action, they'll throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. It's Chenault. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Back to the ground with Ep.10. And a tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. Touchdown. LaVisca Chenault. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Black Knights are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. The Colts getting another possession here on offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. He's got the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing now is Wentz. He's got Njoku, his big tight end.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Caleb Chason in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Throwing on second and long. Wentz. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. He's going to let it fly, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Escaping the pressure right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they take a knee. And now can they reverse the trend on 3rd and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards? He'll drop to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's caught. Touchdown. Laviska Shenault there to make the grab. And the Black Knights appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Wentz now on 1st down. And his pass incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Wentz. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And does the defense have it? They do, says the referee. We're going the other way.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Second and 11. A handoff for Etienne. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And his kick here is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the home team here, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans.